What is up, everyone? Welcome to the very first episode of the Legends Lounge. I am your host, Saggy Melonz, with my lovely co-host, RJ. And yeah, we're here to talk about Apex Legends. What's up, RJ?
Nothing much. Thank you for having me as a co-host, and I'm super excited to be starting this new show, talking about some
Yeah.
Apex.
Yes, sir. And you just started Apex too. What season did you start?
Season 8. Literally
Okay.
the last one. I mean, I played a little bit of it during season 2, I believe, like a couple games, but I only started getting into it in the last couple months.
Yeah, Apex has definitely evolved from season 0, which is when I first started. And I am so, first of all, can I just say I am so happy and so like dumbfounded at how Apex has evolved in the last 2 years since launch. It has definitely changed. It's not the same game that it was when it first started. And I'm glad that you actually did start. And most people are actually starting at this season because it's actually become very balanced, very excited. The events are still always changing, and I just can't wait for this next season. Oh,
Yeah, it'll be interesting for me because it's like my first time jumping in on a season as it starts. I'm gonna be there right from the beginning to see all the changes and stuff. So
right. And this new season is looking ridiculously crazy, especially from somebody who's played this game since the start. This is probably the biggest season launch because, as most of you guys might not know or might know, Apex Legends is pretty much a spin-off of Titanfall. And Titanfall 2 being their more, probably it's safe to say, their best out of the season, the franchise. The storyline was more prominent, and they had a campaign mode in Titanfall 2, which is what a lot of Apex Legends is based off of, which is Titanfall 2. Because Blisk is one of the main villains of Titanfall 2 storyline, and he is very prominent as a character in Apex Legends. You see him in the beginning of the game when you first play it. He's the first character you see that basically explains what Apex Legends is. And this new season, you see him again. You see him a few times, but this one's a big one because for those of you who don't know about Titanfall 2, the new character that's coming to season 9 of Apex Legends is a character who is related to a character from Titan. The character coming in is Valkyrie, who is Viper's daughter, and she looks like a mini Titan. So for you Titanfall fans, we are getting some Titanfall elements into Apex Legends other than the weapons and some of the abilities we've seen thus far. What do you think? What do you think about Valkyrie? I know we talked about this, but what do you think about Valkyrie?
Well, that's the funny thing. That's why I got so interested in Apex because you talked about how you got into it because it's like, oh, you used to be a big Overwatch player, and Apex has a lot of those elements of Overwatch where it's like hero characters with like abilities and stuff. For me, Titanfall 2 was a game like I played a lot of. Like I was super into Titanfall 2. I played the campaign constantly. I was like super hardcore into the multiplayer with my friends, like in real life friends. So for me, like seeing the connection between Valkyrie and Viper, Blisk and all this stuff that how they expand upon the lore of Titanfall, the Titanfall universe. I really like, and having this new character who's basically like a mini Titan in a way. Like they're based off the North Star Titan variant, and they are like a pilot in a lot of regards. I like that a lot. I think it's really cool.
Right. That's one thing I absolutely am excited for is that she can fly. And even though the North Star Titan, if you guys played Titanfall 2, the Titan could fly in the campaign mode. You could see the Titan was aerial Titan. But as far as like, in gameplay, that would have been a little too OP. So they kind of have a special ability where the North Star Titan hovers. And I think that element being put into Apex Legends is a game changer because not only can Valkyrie fly for a little bit, but she takes her teammates up with her.
Yeah, and basically it's like she's like a mini jump tower, like a personal jump tower in a way.
Right. So that's going to be a game changer. However, my thing is, I thought that some of the characters that launched, based on what we saw as far as their abilities, were going to be overpowered. And then when you get in the game, you find out they're not. Because one thing I will say, for those of you who are here and you're not Apex Legends players, the reason why I love Apex is because there's a good balance between the abilities. There are pros and cons for every character ability that you have. So no character is overpowered because they do have weaknesses. For example, you have a character like Wraith who has an ability to create portals to help their teammates maneuver or flank the enemies, but the downside is anyone can use it, including the enemies. So you have to be very tactical when you use certain characters' abilities because a lot of the things that these characters can do, enemies can also utilize them. So you have to be very careful with where you place your character's special abilities to help your team because it can also help the enemy team as well. So that's why I like Apex. So I'm wondering if Valkyrie is going to have like what, even though we see the positive things, the perks of her abilities, what would you think would be something that would be negative for what we know for her abilities so far?
I would say maybe a lot of it has to do with the flight mechanics. Like maybe like when she hovers into the air, her aiming isn't like super precise, or maybe she's like a big target. Like maybe like she if she's too slow to launch, maybe that could be something where an enemy team could easily fire on her as she's going up before she even gets the chance to like really take off. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe because I know so far her abilities look pretty good, but I am curious and concerned about what the negative for that is because obviously every Apex Legends character um has their pros and cons when they use them. So I'm very interested to see what would have what benefit and counter would players have against a character like Valkyrie. So I'm interested, but we do have to talk about the changes for this season because there's a few big ones. Me and RJ would talk about this. RJ, thank you so much for finding all of this information. Props to RJ. RJ does a lot of the information side of this show. So
Right.
um we got to talk about it. I'm going to put it up on the screen and we're going to
Because
dissect
they're
this.
doing a lot of different balancing changes. Like they're
Oh
really changing
yeah,
up a lot of the characters.
they're changing a lot. Well, every season there's buffs and nerfs. I think they do this based on whatever because I do see if you watch the trailer that just launched the other day, they did show us the new map layout, like what they're doing with the new event and the new arena and stuff. We're going to talk about all of that because there's a lot to go into with that because there's a new mode coming that I am so excited for, and this is going to be the biggest game changer of Apex that we've seen so far. But first, let's just talk about the buffs and nerfs because that's kind of important. So right here, I'm going to blow up the screen. Right here is pretty much what we have thanks to dexterto.com for putting this together.
Yeah, they're pretty big with esports and Call of Duty, Overwatch. They recover a lot of the online games.
Right. So the patch note has been released and so far what we know, so we're going to start with Octane. For you Octane players, his stem cell ability reduced cooldown between stems to from 4 seconds to one. Holy crap, that's going to be a big buff. Increased bullet spread while in the air, shooting from the low launch pad trajectory. So the only thing I see here is that stem reduced cooldown is going to be a big
Yeah.
deal.
But to compensate for it being shorter, though, the health cost is a lot bigger. Jump from 12 HP to 20. So
Right.
using it's going to cost a lot more HP to use.
Right, but to be honest, if you're an Octane player, you clearly have Octane as your profile. But if you're an Octane main player, that 20 that 12 HP to 20 HP isn't too bad of a trade-off, because a lot of people who play Octane, they usually really do use that stim to its full potential. So yeah, even though it might be a little bit for the HP, I still think that's a fair cost for having the cooldown between stims be from 4 to 1. Like, you can do it like every second, so that could be a game changer. So that's a good balance, I think. As far as increased bullet spread, I sure for you mains, I would say that like that part. I don't use his jump pad for combat. I use it for escaping, so that doesn't affect me at all. Let's see, the biggest change.
Lifeline, yeah,
Oh
she
god,
has the
Lifeline.
biggest stuff going
Lifeline.
on.
So when Lifeline got a buff a few seasons back where her healing drone put up a shield and then the character could still fight as opposed to stay there and be immobile to pick up people, that was a game changer. Now they're taking that away. So I'm kind of not happy with that, because that whole thing, having one character be able to still fight while reviving a teammate at the same time, and also being allowed to revive two of them, it's like, whoa. So they're still allowing Lifeline to revive two players, but now the player isn't going to be protected by a shield. Originally, when Lifeline started, that shield was still a prominent part of her character. She was able to pick a character up and have that shield block the damage while she was picking up. And then they changed it to make it so that the drone itself does the work and your character can still fight, but the shield still is important. So I don't like that they're taking that away. I don't know why they are. I'm thinking, like I said, we'll have to see about this new map for me to make sense of why they took that away. I know Respawn knows what they're doing, so I'm going to trust that there's a reason why they're doing this, but I'm still not happy about it.
Yeah, it's I don't know, like, because I know, like, the with balance changes like this, they do it because they want to, like, make sure every character gets picked equally. And right now, there's a lot of issues with characters like Rampart not getting picked very much, and I believe Bangalore is not getting picked as much, and some other stuff. So Lifeline's in that top three. Like, a lot of people play Lifeline, so
Well, she's also the only support character.
yeah, like
Like,
can really do healing. Yeah.
yeah, she's the only support character that is healing. So taking away this whole the shield kind of takes away from her original character, you know. Anyways, because most of the characters that get buffs or nerfs, they change certain things about it, but they still keep it for the most part the same, or they change it where it's more beneficial. This isn't a benefit. This is kind of gonna suck for Lifeline players, but the dock drone healing thing, they always tweak that, so that's not a big deal. The care package, though, is interesting to me. I normally, when you have a care package for Lifeline, she drops down equipment for your team, and it usually is varied depending on, like,
It's hit or miss.
yeah,
Sometimes when a Lifeline calls something down, you get good stuff. Other times, it's like you get one good thing and a bunch of crap.
right. So, and I don't really use the care package much as Lifeline, because for the most part, you usually sometimes get lucky to find enough good gear in the game where you don't need to call care package down, because what do you need it for? You already have a purple shield, or because the care package only brings down a purple, if anything. So again, I don't really know, but this is interesting. It says cooldown reduces from 6 to 5 minutes. Cool. Now guarantees an upgrade if possible in 3 categories: a body shield, other equipment like a helmet, backpack, or a knockdown shield. The knockdown shield, okay, cool. Sometimes it comes with knockdown shield anyway. And weapon attachments based on your team's current gear when the packages arrive. That's interesting. Now the care package is going to start catering to what players have on their person. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's a much needed change in my opinion.
Yes, that is a very much needed change, and I'm very excited for that. I see everyone in the chat. Hello. I thought you were gonna stream game. No, we're not doing streaming games. That's on our Twitch channels. But yeah, so that's interesting to see. So
The rush shield being gone though.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. This is obviously a big downside, but there are some buffs. But yeah, the buffs to me,
Yeah.
I'd rather just keep the shield, the res shield. I'd rather just have the res shield. I don't understand.
Loba though, Loba's needed some changes. I know people have been complaining about Loba, like she's not getting picked as much, even though I think she's a great character. It's just that there's some things that needs to get improved with, you know.
Well, Loba is a good character, but a lot of the complaints I saw was that
The
her
bracelet,
bracelet, yeah, that
yeah.
bracelet sometimes doesn't work. So I know that they have been working on fixing it. Um, but let's see. The bad news though is that Respawn have also nerfed Loba's ability slightly. Oh god, for another 30 seconds to cool down. Let's see. Burglar's best friend, which is that bracelet, can now run and slide at full speed while aiming the bracelet and while the bracelet is in the air. Loba will no longer be slowed after translocating. Thank God. Thank God. That was so frustrating. I understand that bracelet needed a balance, but slowing her down between her relocating and being slow when she's throwing it, it's like that was a problem so bad. Like, what was the point of like the only reason why I'm just listen.
I'll be honest, I've played Loba a lot. There was a point where I wasn't even using the bracelet because I couldn't really rely on it as much as I wanted to. Like to me, it felt more like an emergency use, like if I need to get away really quickly. But even
Right.
then, I didn't like using it.
Right. I did not like using it because it was just like it would fail, but they said right here it fixed a lot of bugs that causes the toss to fail. It either failed or it just when you come out of the teleportation thing, like you're slow, like you can't use it in battle and be an effective fighter. It literally was used to, for the most part, just get out of a sticky situation, not to be used in combat. And I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just glad they fixed it. They made her better, and I hope that this makes her a more playable character. Because I play her once in a while. I play all of them, but the Black Market Boutique getting the increased cooldown, which is hilarious because it was originally too long. Then they shortened it. Then they made so now it's going back to being 120 seconds, which again, not a big deal.
That's every 2 minutes you can use it.
Right. I mean, not the biggest deal because I feel like it also will help Loba players like understand that you can't keep using a black market in the same area because you're just gonna loot the same crap. I mean, it's beneficial if you have like an area with a lot of good stuff and you can only take 2 items each time you use a black market. So it makes sense to like, if you're a Loba player, that's what I would do. If there's a lot of good items there, I would just grab 2, take it down, use it again to get whatever stuff. So this might be an interesting change for that. Oh my god, I'm sneezing. All right, Horizon.
This one I'm mentioning because I'm kind of a Horizon main. So this one, right? Yeah.
Oh my god, I think allergies are kicking in. Horizon. We already knew Horizon was gonna get a nerf. Because she was pretty. She's she
gets picked a lot. Like she's popular.
She's the new meta. First, Wraith has been a meta for a while, and they changed her so she wasn't so meta. But now Horizon is the new meta, so it's pretty interesting seeing. Not like interesting, but like I kind of knew. But it is interesting to see what they did. So the gravity lift reduced lift speed by 30%. Ooh. I don't like that. Reduced side-to-side acceleration, limited the time you could sit on top of the gravity lift for 2 seconds. What?
Now the cooldown's from 15 to 20 seconds. Wow.
Ooh.
Bless you.
I'm about allergies. First show and I got allergies. Ooh. My goodness. Oh my god. Actually, I think the news is making me sneeze. Oh my god.
All these nerfs to your favorite characters are like cause you to get sick.
Oh my god, dude, like this is crazy. Horizon's abilities will now get zapped by Watson's pylons.
So now so now that means Watson will be the counter to Horizon.
Wow.
Now those two are gonna be more directly competing with each other.
Oh wow. Oh, Horizon, I can tell you right now. Goodbye, meta. You just lost your meta world place because that's gonna change. That's gonna change everything. well, we got a question. Hey, got a question about how to get into the game. The account sign up is white and gray text, which killed my eyes. Appeared it's some kind of contrast option or something.
They have settings for that, I think. I think
Yeah,
you
they do.
can.
Yeah, they have settings for that, Carl. And in your settings on the game, you can change the color, the screen color stuff. Even, like they have it for people who are colorblind and stuff, and color and eye sensitive. So it's in the settings.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
And
this
by the
is
way,
wild.
the character balancing, it's mostly for character balancing. I don't think these are story based reasons. It's just to make the gameplay more balanced, so that way, you know, not one character is more powerful than another.
Yeah, yeah. It is for balance. I'm bringing this up. Yeah, it is for balance. Because like I said, Apex is pretty. Respawn's pretty good at keeping the characters well balanced. And like I said, the I think the reason why they're doing a lot of these changes now is because we are getting a new map layout. I don't know if it's on a certain map that they're altering, because what they do is they usually take existing maps and alter them in certain ways, add
Yeah, it's
certain
Olympus.
areas.
Olympus is getting changed. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, this time like we when Kings Canyon first. So far there's 3 active maps: Kings Canyon, World's Edge, and Olympus. The first change they did was to we got World's Edge, and the first change we got was in Kings Canyon when Crypto took down the tower. So they changed that map, and then when we got World's Edge, there was another change on that map, and then we went back to Kings Canyon to get some more changes. So they always change the map
Yeah,
layout.
and season 9 is gonna have World's End and Olympus, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna
Because
have World
I
Edge
have
and
not
Olympus.
played World's End yet, so I'm
Yeah,
curious to check that one
yeah,
out.
that one's a good map. It's pretty big, but it's fun. But yeah, so this time they're changing certain, like taking certain elements from each map, from what I gathered for the new mode, which we'll talk about soon. But yeah, it's mostly because I think that because of this new map layout and everything, that they are changing and tweaking all of these characters. Fuse is already getting. Oh, Fuse is getting buffed. Hold on.
Well, yeah, because from what I was reading, a lot of people like the player base wasn't picking Fuse that much, and people like his abilities seem way too underpowered. So what they're trying to do is make Fuse a little bit more of a popular character and more of a bit more of a popular choice. Because I don't know if you noticed, but like when I play Apex, sometimes people pick Fuse, but he's rarely picked in a lot of the games I play.
Yeah, well, I play Fuse and I do really well with him. Actually, I think that his abilities could. Yeah, I do agree with this buff, because I think, well, I think Fuse is good now because I know how to use him. He is supposed to be a range character. All of his abilities are for range use. So if you use him at range use, you're gonna do well with him. Other than he's not a tactical get in there charge character like Bloodhound or Bangalore. He's not that supposed to be used that way. He's supposed to be used at a distance. That's why his range on all of his abilities. If you go into the firing range in Apex Legends, you can see how far, like across the map, he can use his abilities. His range is
Yeah,
pretty
his
far.
range is really good. Like there's like an enemy across the way, like you can freaking
Right.
shoot your bombs and everything.
And the accuracy of the grenades with Fuse is pretty OP. I've gotten so many kills by just shooting grenades into buildings that I'm like across the map with, and it's really, he is a good character. But I do understand like why he might need a buff, because his knuckle cluster, which is the first thing we see, he can stack 2 now, which is actually pretty good, and the cooldown is actually pretty good too, because the cooldown needed a, like, I could see, because it wasn't so strong, it could have used a little bit of cooldown. But the main chase was tactical, is basically just the knuckle cluster, which is fine. I think that was pretty good. Oh, Bloodhound right here. Bloodhound got nerfed.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
basically, what this one is that when you use Eye of the Allfather, you no longer get assists from using it. So you don't get you will no longer receive assist from using the Eye of the Allfather ability. This adjustment is more so to balance out the implications that assists have in ranked play, since Bloodhound's gain is already so strong. It may have been too much of the ability to also provide valuable assists for ranked points. So
Oh.
it seems like these changes are more so for the ranked mode.
Oh, okay. Who cares? So I
Yeah.
thought they were buffing him completely. They were nerfing him completely. So if that's the only nerf, we're good. We're good. Bloodhound mains, calm down. We're fine. Crypto
Oh,
changes to drone. With the nerf to Bloodhound skin, Crypto will now remain the only legend who can assist for non-damaging abilities. That said, however, the 9th update making changes. His drone, Crypto's drone, can now scan and open care packages. Oh, nice. Okay. Can no longer use his drone to hijack a respawn beacon that's already in use. Oh, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, cool. Oh no! Oh no! They're
Yeah,
they're
they're thick.
thickening Bangalore smoke.
Well, apparently this is because this is what they always wanted to do. Apparently, it's just that in the last couple updates, like the smoke's been too thin. Apparently, so something. It's just a more of like a visual change. Apparently.
Well, the smoke is already hard to see through. But I mean, okay. I mean, if honestly, the only benefit for Bangalore smoke being thickened is if you have the attachments for your guns that allow you to see through smoke. Cool, that works. Um, and that's good for Bloodhound and Crypto, I guess, because that'll just mean that when you're playing with Bangalore, you want to play as
Yeah.
Bloodhound and Crypto, because that's the only
Can you
benefit.
explain to me what this low profile thing is? Because I was always wondering what it was.
Okay. Oh no, they're removing low profile. Okay, so low profile basically means that you're it's a player that's harder to hit. So those abilities were, as you see right here, Wraith, Lifeline, and Watson. Um, so wow, they're taking away the low profile. So low profile just means that those are legends that you characters you play that are a little bit harder to hit, and that was mostly due to the fact that their hitboxes were small. But not only that,
Because
they're
they're
a little
like
bit
they're smaller character
right. They're
models,
small.
maybe.
You're right. So they added low profile mode to these characters because like they were hard to hit characters. I think even Pathfinder at one point was part of that, but I think they took him out. But that's interesting that they're taking away low profile. Oh, that's gonna be really really interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it seems like one of the biggest changes next to the lifeline changes. So
That's a big change, to be honest with you. But again, well, it says after our successful experiment with Wraith's hitbox, we are now confident that we can solve the balance issue between small and larger legends through changes to their kit and hitboxes. So they're basically saying that they the hitboxes that they have on the characters is a balance, so they don't need the low profile thing for the smaller characters. Cool. All right, so I mean,
yeah, that's pretty much everything.
yeah, that looks like everything for that. So we're done there. The next thing we're gonna talk about is the one thing I know Art is excited to talk about. Let me see if I can get this up. Because we're getting some, like a few seasons ago we got sky emotes,
Mm-hmm.
which was cool. A few seasons ago we
Yeah.
got sky emotes, but now we're getting land emotes. So now you're gonna have emotes in Apex on the ground for your characters, and you can even use them as your. I seen a shot where they were doing these on the end screen, like in Call of Duty, how you could pick emotes for your characters when you win a game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think adding these emotes is going to be so fun, and it's like about time because I remember a video Neebs Gaming did a spoof on a parody on Apex Legends, and one of the things they said is like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to take out this team, and then we could dance on their bodies." The guy's like, "Yeah, there's no emotes in this game," and he's like, "No, all right, I'm out."
Yeah, they have emotes. Like if you go through the Twitter thread, they have like emotes for every different character. I watched a couple of them. I think Wraith had some really good ones, and Loba had some good ones.
Yeah, no, I like the idea of emotes because you can't have a battle royale game
Yeah.
or these
Well,
games
here's the
without
thing.
them.
Like I played. I like before I got into Apex, I was like huge into Fortnite, right? Like I played
Boo,
Fortnite all the time.
boo!
There's nothing
Shame
wrong
on
with
you!
Fortnite.
Shame
Fortnite's a
on
good
you!
game.
Shame on you! Go home.
But I don't know. I enjoy emotes. I think they're fun. I will
Yeah.
say though, I hope they're just not like I don't know. I don't want to get killed and get emoted on by the whole team though.
Well, see, here's the thing. Right, here's the thing about emotes. Like, if Apex Legends, if the maps were bigger, I would say having time to kind of dunk on your the enemy who you just killed by doing an emote would be cool. But like a lot, we have finishers, right? So Apex Legends has finishers that you can insta kill a down player. The animations sometimes are long, and you can easily get interrupted. Like you're in an animation mode in the team. So doing emotes, like, it's cool to have, but I don't see people doing them in the middle of a battle, because look at the
Yeah.
animation. It's kind of long a little bit. So I don't
Yeah.
see.
That's what I'm wondering if these are going to be like used in the middle of battle or these are going to be like the victory screen.
Well, it says that it goes on the emote wheel,
Okay, so you
and
will be able to use them
right.
outside.
So I think
Okay.
you'll be able to use them outside of actual end screen. So that's actually interesting. I am curious to see how that plays out. Um, I guess that's really all I got. Like it's cool, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how that's gonna play in game. So we'll see how it goes. Let's check out some of the skins here.
Yeah. So these were so you told me like the way Apex does stuff, they released like what, 3 trailers? I didn't notice that these were battle pass skins in the trailer they put out the gameplay one. I thought these are skins that already came out. So these
Mm-mm.
are the 2 battle pass skins we're getting for
Right,
Wraith and Rampart.
right. Well, it tells you right here that this is a skin, the crafty kitsune. Which, by the way, these skins are fire, and clearly there's a theme because I believe Valkyrie is Japanese, so I
Yeah,
think
she
that
is. In the
yeah,
teaser images she was reading manga like My
right.
Hero, Death Note, so
So
yeah.
I think a lot of the skins are going to be based on Japanese things, like the whole kitsune. Yeah, this is a Japanese thing. This is a Japanese, yeah, Demon's Whisper. So the themes of the costumes are going to be Japanese. So I'm actually really excited because I'm a big weeb, as you guys know, and this excites me. I want these skins. I'm going to get all these skins. And future reference, RJ, since I know you're new. It
Mhm.
tells you right here. This is how you know it's part of the battle pass too, even though they say it here. But it tells you at what point you get the battle pass, these skins, the battle pass. So level 25 to get this skin isn't bad. This skin actually looks good. These skins for this season probably look the best. I think this season might have the best battle pass customization rewards. Just looking at Wraith and Rampart looks amazing. So and the thing is too, RJ, because like I said, since you're new, and for anyone who's just getting into Apex Legends, I'll just explain how battle passes work. So every season we get the battle pass, and they basically rotate which legends get certain legendary skins. So not every legend gets a new
Yeah.
customization.
I think in season 8 it was Bangalore and Lifeline got legendaries, I think.
Right. So they usually rotate which characters they give special skins to. So if you're playing a certain character and you see the battle pass and you see a skin that's not for your character, don't be discouraged. That's just how they do it. They always rotate the different seasons. Certain legends get really cool skins and certain legends don't. So I think it's still worth getting the battle pass because it's $10, and if you can't get all of the rewards within the time frame for the seasons, like $10 for all those skins and all those cosmetics are like really
Yeah. Well,
cool.
plus you get access to Apex packs, and that can unlock you other skins and weapon skins and stuff too. So
Right. Ooh, RJ, I love you. Okay, well let's speaking of skins. RJ just dropped some fire on me because we got some teasers. We got some teasers here for the legendary skins for Valkyrie.
mm-hmm.
Let's
I love them. They look awesome.
all right, let's take a look. Ooh. Oh, she looks like a Gundam.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's that one, and there's the second one. Looks like she's like a soldier, like a military grade version.
Looks like a Halo Spartan.
Yeah, but then we get into the last two, where she looks like a freaking
An actual
actual
Valkyrie.
Valkyrie. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So I like looking at these because every season I usually have enough. I don't have to buy a legend with money because I have enough points accumulated. So I get all my legends for free at this point because I save them, I stockpile them.
Yeah,
So
I have 750 Apex coins, so I think I'll be able to get Valkyrie right away.
right. So not only do I have that, but I also have like 78 unopened Apex Legends crates. So I'll have enough crafting material to get a legendary. So I like seeing the legendary skins because I don't know which one I want to get. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to get the one that looks like a Gundam.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool. Well, I think I showed you that they're coming out with a Valkyrie Viper bundle, right?
Oh, I'm sure they are, which would be cool. So they do come out. They have been coming out with bundles for every new legend lately. I think it started with Octane. Octane got a special edition. So I think they will do that, and I will 100% get that. But also, they come out with special Amazon Prime things too. They did that with Horizon. So there's very very rare skins for her out there. If you have Amazon Prime and stuff, limited edition things. But yeah, I'm excited for this. Woo! Oh man.
Yeah, because honestly, this Viper bundle I'm looking at right now, it looks so sick. I might have to just get that. Like I love the
Right.
legendary skins, but that Viper, like the helmet, the colors, you get like a little charm Valkyrie. It looks legit.
Right. It looks absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited for it. Um, the mode I want to talk about now, because this is like the biggest thing for me,
Oh yeah, yeah.
the 3v3 mode.
Arenas hosted by
Arenas.
Ash from freaking
Yes.
Titanfall 2.
Yes. Now this is a big game changer because it's literally one team versus one team. You don't have to worry about third
Yeah.
parties anymore.
It's smaller maps too. It's more
Right.
condensed.
So this is a big game changer for Apex Legends because a big issue that people have with the game is the constant third partying, which is it's normal at this point. Annoying, but normal. Now,
Wait, what's third party? Just to clarify.
so when you're fighting a team,
Mm.
you another team comes to kind of
Oh,
piggyback
okay.
off of
Oh,
what's
yeah, yeah,
left.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you get swarmed by multiple teams.
Right. So like when you play with me and Wrinkle or something, we'll hear gunfire, we'll run towards it because there's a fight going on. We want to get there and like kind of clean up, you know? And third partying's been very bad in this season because like everyone does it now. So you have it's not even just like third parties. You'll third party someone and then you'll try to be reaping your rewards and like whatever. Then another party team that heard that fight comes to finish you off and then so forth. It's like a conga line. so so this is kind of cool because that kind of takes away the third party aspect of it. And I think if I recall from what I've seen in the trailer, it is going to be a ranked mode as well.
Oh, really interesting.
Yes. So
What I'm wondering is that if you play arenas, will that go towards leveling up your battle pass and leveling up your character, like your experience level, or do you need to play the main mode to do the challenges, like daily challenges and stuff?
I would say from past experiences with these things, I think it does contribute to your battle pass. Um I won't know. And we won't know until launch. So I'm
Yeah,
super man, we only have like how many days away? Oh my god, like Tuesday.
yeah.
It's like
2, 3. We have 5 days. 5 days.
yeah, 5 days left, and 5 days until I can open all my loot crates I've had stockpiled since the beginning of the season. Because I think I've only opened two, no, three crates from the season. This was before I made the bet. So I've been holding on to 78 Apex Legend loot crates. And yeah, I can't wait to open them. I'm actually going to do a live stream opening of the crates. So I'm excited. I'll
Yeah.
be doing that over on my Twitch.
Yeah. Well, I think they said that in the arena mode it's gonna be like a couple maps we know and then like a brand new one they created. So I'm excited to play on that one especially.
Right.
Well,
Well, I was gonna say, speaking of that map, like I believe if I recall correctly, if you watch the trailer, Ash does explain that they take certain elements from each map and combined it onto this new one. So it's all three maps combined. Certain areas on the maps are gonna be this new map.
yeah, that's dope. I mean, like, I just love the idea of like you get those crafting materials, you can buy weapons, you can buy modifications, you can run around the map and get shields and like extra crafting materials and that kind of stuff. And I don't know. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun because I know they've been saying, well, we don't want to do like a traditional team deathmatch multiplayer thing or something like too similar to Titanfall 2. But I think something like this, it's like very unique. Again, it's a lot like Overwatch because Overwatch has those kind of modes too. So I
Right.
think Apex getting something like that's gonna like really invigorate the player base in a lot of ways.
Exactly. And I think that again, if you're new to Apex, this is going to make more people want to get into it because it's not just going to be the way it has been for a
Right.
while,
It's a new mode that's might be a little more easily accessible to new players because they can learn how to play as the legends. It's smaller, more tighter maps. It's kind of like a team deathmatch thing, sort of like it's a versus mode. And it's not just battle royale. I think a lot of new players might hop on this new mode because again, it'll easily teach them how to play as legends, and then it's something smaller and a little bit easier to accessible, I guess.
right. Well, not only that, think about it. This new mode is basically Titanfall. It's one team versus another team. Just a smaller team, but it's still one team versus one team. And that whole aspect is probably what's going to get more Titanfall fans to appreciate more, especially if they're Titanfall fans and they're not into Apex Legends, this might actually get them into it, especially with the tie-in to the second game of the franchise. So I think that this new mode is a game changer for a lot more reasons. Fans of the Titanfall series will love it. People in Apex who just started with Apex and never played Titanfall might not get it right away, but this is a mode that they can probably enjoy because again, it takes the battle royale out of the game. Now this isn't a battle royale game. This is one team versus one team.
Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. I know me, Riaki, and Rinkle are super excited because we started, playing Apex Legends together. And we're the power team. So, having just one team versus us is exciting because we're like, yeah, we're ready to go. We're ready to see actually if we're actually good at this game or if we suck. Because if we can't take out one squad, we have a problem. Because sometimes in Apex Legends, you no matter how good you are, it all depends on who gets what first. So
Yeah,
you could be a pro gamer like Zeus or Crazy Ratchet and still get your butt handed to you if you don't get a gun right away. So
yeah, it's happened to me a lot.
yeah, it happens a lot in Apex Legends, but this takes that whole thing out of the out of the equation. This new 3v3, you could buy your weapons and equipment off the bat before you go out
And
into
again,
battle.
more Titanfall 2 connections with Ash and everything, which I really
Right.
like.
Exactly. And this is going to open up a lot of the lore and the connection to Titanfall and Apex Legends. Now, I will say, I'm very disappointed, but also happy that there were no buffs or nerfs to any of the weapons.
Oh yeah, I was surprised by that. It's mostly just been legend buffs. I didn't even think about the weapons.
Yeah, they usually do buffs and nerfs with the legends. And also, they didn't tell us because every season they change the care package. So the care packages that randomly drop in
Yeah,
the so they started. This is the thing I like about Respawn. If you notice, they do a lot of these things where they come out with certain modes, game mode types, and it's basically for people who don't get it. They test it, right? So these modes that they come out with are tests. So, for example, since you played in season 8, I'll explain to you. Mirage is a perfect example. His ultimate ability that you see now was not the ultimate ability he had from previous seasons. Now they came out with a mode the first year of launch called Dummies Big Day, and it was a game mode where you played as the Apex Legend dummies that you see in the firing range, and they all have the same abilities with the exception of their ultimate. Their ultimate abilities would be random based on three things. One of them was like a party thing where you hit it and a bunch of random items pop out you could pick up. Another one was what was the other one? I forgot what the other one was, to be honest with you. It was I think the other one they had last season was it revived you if you used it, like gave you full health or something. But the one that they did that actually became currently Mirage's ultimate was the decoy. So the dummies were the first one to introduce that decoy element that initially became Mirage's ability. So Respawn puts out these game modes not just for to keep the game new and interesting, but they also test certain things to see what they work, and they usually become part of the game.
yeah. I mean, I noticed like in care packages because they like to vault and unvault weapons, where only certain weapons will spawn inside the care packages. Like I
Right,
think this season, the Prowler and the Peacekeeper spawned in care packages, for example.
right,
So, and I think those weapons are just going to be common weapons now that you can find on the battlefield, and like another
right.
weapons getting put in the care
But
packages.
my question is now, what weapon are they going to put off the field? Because the Prowler, when the game first started in season 0, the Prowler, Devotion, all of the weapons for the most part were available on the ground, and the Kraber and the Mastiff were the only weapons you can get through care packages for a while. So then they started rotating, and now they've had the R99 and Kraber. The R99 has been in the care package. The Prowler is currently in the care package with the Peacekeeper. The Kraber has always been in the care package, so that's one weapon that's always remained. Now, this new weapon that's dropping, the
The
bow,
bow and arrow,
the
yeah, I
bow and
forgot
arrow.
about that.
Now, they didn't tell us if that bow and arrow is actually going to be a ground weapon. I think the bow and arrow might be a care package only weapon.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I lied. It's going to be a ground weapon. You know why?
Why?
It has a hop up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, was it they said what the hop up is?
It has two hop ups. It has one that makes it shoot like a shotgun, and then another one that does like a precise shot. But yeah, that's going to be a ground weapon. But I want to know if they're going to put what weapon they're going to put into the care packages. What weapon we might get? I hope we get the Prowler back, and I hope they keep the R99 because that was my basically a loadout was a Prowler and an R99, and those two weapons together were OP. So I hope they keep those out. I hope the devotion goes back in. Although when the devotion came out, oh my god, when the devotion came out with the Volt SMG gun, oh my god, it was an overload. You found those guns everywhere. And that's one thing I will say about Respawn. When a new gun comes out, you find it everywhere in the first like few weeks of the game launch for the new season.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
kind of
just found
scared.
something that says about the fully kitted weapons this season that you can find on the ground.
Oh, hold on, let's check it out. Okay, good. Because that was something I'm curious about is what they're gonna have as far as the weapon loadouts for this. Let's take a look what you put up. All right. Apex scans your computer to look for Titanfall 2 if you have it. Lock screen where you're forced to buy a Viper bundle, blah blah blah. You cannot take it off because you killed a what?
Oh,
Okay.
they're just making a joke saying you're forced to buy this to remember the fact you killed her dad in
Oh
Titanfall
yeah,
2.
that's true. That is
But yeah,
true.
click on that picture real quick, the left one. Like, look at that bundle, man. That looks sick.
Oh, she does look like her father's North Star. That's cool. I'm gonna get that for sure. You have to get that. Like you cannot not get that. Oh, it's 3,000 coins though. That's a lot, but
It's
that's
like,
cool.
yeah,
That is cool. That's a cool thing. I know a lot of people are gonna buy it because of their love for Titanfall. So, but yes, it is pretty funny because like when I first saw the trailer, I was like, but Blisk didn't kill her dad. We killed her dad. We did that. That was us. Yeah, that looks sick. I am excited to see that. That does look pretty sick. I'm very excited to see. Uh, oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I want to know what's gonna happen as far as the thing. I can't wait. This season's gonna be
yeah.
ridiculously probably the best. I hope so.
So apparently the fully kitted weapons this season are going to be the wingman, the bow kick, the R99, the hemlock, and the sentinel. So the bow is going to be one of the fully knitted weapons you can find on the battlefield.
So those are the ones that are gonna be in the care package.
Maybe they're the fully knitted ones. Like like you find a gold weapon that's like everything on it. That's
Oh,
what that is.
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Interesting. I mean, the one thing I'm gonna say is I'm petrified of that bow because, like I just said, they will put a lot of those weapons on the ground for players to kind of play with and get used to. Which again, this is why I love Respawn. A lot of people don't understand why I love Apex Legends because first, Respawn is very smart with how they do this game. And the one thing I will say I love about them is when a new season comes out and they add new stuff to the game. Like for instance, last season when Olympus first started, they released a basically they released the map for us to play on, but they also released the map for people to explore. And that's what the new thing that they did. And
Yeah.
that's yeah. So
So
the
I
new
just saw something big that I just saw this. It just came out. Like I was
breaking
scrolling.
news live on our first
So
stream of it.
in season 9, you will start each match with a starter kit: a level 1 Evo shield, a level 1 helmet, level 1 knockdown, level 2 or 2 shield cells, and 2 syringes. So no matter what, when you first land, you'll have all those items.
Nice.
So
No.
that's interesting. So everyone's
Well,
gonna have shield, helmet, and some health.
well. So here's the thing, right? Like I said, Respawn's really good at how they do things, and a lot of the game modes they come out with usually become part of the game. Like Evo shields. Evo shields were never a thing. We had to find shields and pray to God that nobody else had a better one. Now they introduced a game mode with the Evo shields so we could play with them, and then they became part of the game. So I'm very interested to see um where they go with all this new stuff, because so far evil shields have became part of the core game. You know, when you start off the game, you start off with the evil shield that has no shield at all, and then you can evolve it as you do damage, which was cool.
Yeah.
But you also had the option of finding shields on the field if you needed a better one. So again, all of these elements that have come from the beginning. That's why I love Respawn, because I know for a fact when these new maps come out, I'm hoping they do the same thing that they did with Olympus, which is give us the map to explore and get used to, where there's no fighting, nobody can kill anyone, you just play around and explore the map so you get familiar with it, because Olympus was probably their biggest map right now. And I hope they do something like that. And I also hope to God that they don't put 100 of the new weapons on the floor, but I know they're going to, so that players can
Well,
get
we were
used to
talking about
them.
this backstage, but you were mentioning like I'm super excited to play as Valkyrie, but I know it's going to be a pain in the butt trying to play as her in games because if you're not the first one picking a character, everyone's going to pick her first, you know. So
Right.
like you were saying, like nobody knows how to play with them at first, so it's going to be like that weird period where it's like everyone's playing her, but nobody really knows how to use her. So
Right. That's why, like, that's why I tell people, like, if you just start playing Apex, don't give up on it, because when you get that new character, you're going to probably want, like, I tell everybody, when a new character launches, go in the firing range, play around with their abilities a little bit, play around with them, and then see how that translates on the battlefield, because I have played this game for a long time, so it's usually easier for me to pick up, because again, you can play Apex Legends and not use a single ability. I've had games where I was playing with a Mirage who never threw out a decoy, who never used his ultimate ability, and we still won the game. Because you don't have to use the abilities to be good at this game, they just help. So, you know,
yeah.
go into that mindset of like, you're just playing Apex Legends, get familiarized with the character's abilities, and then try to see how it plays out in the battlefield. Because again, no one's gonna know how to combat against Valkyrie. You know, nobody's gonna know. You have to play around with it. Like I said, Rampart, I thought Rampart was gonna be the most overpowered legend to drop. I was so mistaken, it isn't even funny. Like, I went into that game thinking that Rampart's friggin' Sheila, her little Gatling gun ability, was gonna be ridiculous. It is strong, don't get me wrong, but there is so much, like, you are so immobilized when you're on that turret. There's nothing you can do. You just sit there and shoot and praying to God you have enough distance where nobody can find you. And then her weakness is grenades. You throw a ton of grenades at her shields and stuff, that it's over. So it was really disappointing with Rampart for me. I don't like Rampart.
Yeah, well, I was looking at statistical data. Rampart's like one of the least picked characters, which is really interesting. Like a lot of people don't play as her, so I'm curious to see like if they'll make changes to her either during this season or next season. Maybe I feel like they need to figure
They
out something
have
to do with
to.
her.
They have to. So here's the thing. When you first look at a character, right? You see what the character does, but you don't know how they play in combat. So when you see a character that can deploy shields, right? And the way they presented it in the trailer, and I'm gonna say that's the one thing Respawn messed up with for me. They made it seem like her barrier things, her little things she put down was gonna be a good thing and be OP. She could put down 3 of them. Holy crap, that's so cool. She could put down 3 turrets so all of her teammates can just sit there behind a friggin' shield and shoot at people. That seems crazy. But then you get into the game and you realize that the moment she drops down a shield, all you have to do is shoot it before it even gets up, and it's done. It's gone. So that was like, are you kidding me? That was ridiculous. Like, and then on top of that, all you have to do is chuck grenades at it. Grenades do a ton of damage to those things, and it's done. So they made her seem like she was going to be OP, and then you find out she's actually hard to use. She's probably one of the hardest legends to actually use properly.
Probably her and Crypto.
No, well, Crypto isn't as that hard. His buffs weren't really that dramatic for me, but the only issue with Crypto is because he's a surveillance character, so he uses his drone to find enemies and stuff. So
Yeah,
he can't really
and
do much.
yeah, and you control the drone, so you can't focus on the character. You
Right.
can't move around. You have to stay in place and like make sure like you're hiding or
Right. And
in a secure area.
the biggest issue with Crypto is he's good at finding enemy squads, and he's good at distracting them while your team comes up on him. But if your team comes up on him and they get downed, you're usually far away. So you can't save your team and you can't help them because you're doing the drone. Like, I play him the best way I can, which is I use him to scout the area, and I don't leave the drone out because you can shoot the drone down. So there's no point in keeping it out. You find the team, you see where they are, you let them know, hey, there's a crypto in the area, which means the team's coming. They're on high alert. Now you have to work with your team to kind of sneak up on them now that they know you're coming. But I think Rampart is probably the hardest to use. Rampart's abilities were not as OP as they were. You have to really use her more offense, like more defensively than you do offense, even though she is a tactical character, a combat character. But I do hope they change her. I think they need to give her a lot more buff. I think they need to make her a little bit more harder to defeat than she is. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm excited. Are you excited, RJ?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is gonna be the first season I jump into like on day one. I'm gonna be there right, discovering the new stuff along with everybody else. So
Yes.
I'm pretty excited. Like I said, I'm very excited to play as Valkyrie. Even if it will be hard to play as her at first, and hopefully the servers can handle everything though.
Oh, the servers are going to be absolute dog trash for the season, so don't be surprised if the servers are garbage because it's going to be a big launch. I'm very excited for it. And yeah, I mean, aside from that, that's all I really got on this subject. I think me and RJ are in unison that we are excited for this season. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I said, like I only just got into Apex, but it's been a lot of fun playing it. It's like a nice wind down kind of game for me. Like I really imaged it. The thing is with me though, it's like I'm not as hardcore of a fan as like Saggy, for example, because she knows a lot about the lore and the characters. Like I only just now today found out that Revenant killed Loba's family or something. Like I only just now found that out because I was watching like funny like meme compilation videos and like someone made like a joke about it.
Yeah. I'll catch you up to speed, RJ. But I want to thank first of all, I want to thank everyone so much for tuning in to our first Legends Lounge episode. Hopefully we plan on doing these probably every Thursday if we have some news. But I
Yeah.
mean,
The
yeah.
next episode will be good because I think we'll be able to talk about our first experiences with the new season. So,
Yes. Episode 2 will be us talking about our experience with the new season. I'm excited. Also, big shout out to all of you who have subscribed to the PlayStation Plus podcast. We have finally hit 100 subscribers. I know the homie Mad Max will be ecstatic to hear that. we finally did it. We made it.
yeah.
Yeah, so we
Gotta
finally hit
keep on
100 subs.
growing.
Yes, we're gonna keep on growing, hopefully, because we have a great atmosphere here over here at the PlayStation Plus podcast. We got a lot of people here who are interested in so many different things. So, like I said, me and RJ are really pretty big into Apex Legends, so that's why we came up with this show. We hope to probably get more people into it, and this is our first show, so we're obviously gonna evolve the show as well, just like an Evo Shield. We'll get to level red as soon.
I thought we all agreed on Diaz After Dark. Where's my segment, Eddie? Eddie, if you get an Apex bed, you'll rise up in the ranks.
Apex After Dark, baby. But yeah. So a couple announcements. For me, I do have my giveaway announcement over on my channel, Saggy Melonz channel. The giveaway announcement will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be doing a live stream reveal of the 3 winners of that giveaway. I also have to set up another one because I just hit 600 faster than I hit 500. So I will be having to set up another giveaway. So please look out for that. And RJ, what do you have going on?
So tomorrow I'm gonna go see the Demon Slayer movie in theaters. I'll probably be doing a review of that on my channel in the next couple days. I was actually surprised because I had a goal to hit 400 subscribers. I'm only 5 subs away from hitting that goal.
Ooh.
I thought I wasn't gonna be able to hit it until my birthday next month.
Ooh.
So I'm very happy with that. So hey, I'm very close. If you haven't subbed to my channel, check it out.
Yes, go check out RJ's channel. We all have independent channels. We all do different things. So please check out the channel section on the PlayStation Plus podcasts page. All of us are there. So please check us out if you have not already. Give us a follow, give us a like. Go show us all support because we love doing this together. It's fun. It's great. We enjoy doing these things and just showing that we like different stuff.
Yeah. it's just nice to have a place where we can just like talk about fun video game stuff, no drama, just nice
Right.
pleasantries.
Right. Pleasantries, fun times, good times. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in, and make sure you give us a like and a share if you guys like this type of show. If you guys are interested in Apex Legends, feel free to ask me, not RJ, about it because I know more.
Yeah, I only know so much. Saggy's definitely the expert between us. Plus, Saggy does a lot of great Apex streams on her Twitch channel, so you guys should definitely check that out too.
Yeah, I yell a lot. Listen, if you want to talk about toxic Apex Legends community, I am part of that toxicity because I went out. Of course, Eddie left a like. It's because we're not giving the chat enough engagement. Next time, like I said, this was our first show, so I really wanted to grind on all the cool
Yeah,
stuff coming. But
yeah.
yes, he did. He 100% left a dislike. He's not lying. He is not lying.
What?
He left a dislike. He's not lying. It's okay. It's okay, Eddie. I'm gonna take all my likes on your channel back. But by the way, Eddie is part of the PlayStation Plus podcast channel. Please go give him a subscribe. He's a great guy.
Even though he calls us shills, we still love him.
Yeah, he jokes a lot, but my like cancels out Eddie's dislike. Yes, Rhea.
Yeah.
But
I will say, like, if you guys are interested in if you're like new to Apex, like really check out Saggy streams. I've done a couple of Apex streams on my YouTube channel, so I might do more in the future. Like when the new season starts, I might do a couple streams, and I might play with Saggy as well. So check that out. If you really
right.
want to get into the game.
Right, and I'm going to start posting more Apex Legends content on this channel because my personal channel has definitely strayed away from gaming because I like to talk about other things more on the like drama side of life, I guess. So that's why we started this over here. And I wanted to show some love to my fellow PlayStation Plus podcast people because, Max created this channel to kind of like bring a lot of people together. And we want to help Max's vision, and we love Max, and we want to help this channel grow and become as big as Max's heart is, which is very big. So we want to do that, and please help us, help support the homie because he's the best. And we're not the Amico Show podcast. I don't know what Eddie's talking about. We're talking about Apex Legends right now. We don't know right now what an Amico is, so I don't know what to tell you. But all right,
and we
guys.
we all play Apex on PlayStation. So
Yes,
like...
yes, we all play Apex on PlayStation. Although I am trying to convince a certain somebody who is making some kind of thing called the Amico, maybe make a battle royale style game on the system. It's family friendly, so it won't be guns. Maybe like laser tag or water balloons or something. Be kind of
Hey,
cool.
you know what? Nintendo did Splatoon, right? And that was like their version of like a multiplayer Call of Duty. So maybe they can do like the Amico Nintendo version of Battle Royale.
We can do it. We can do it, guys. But all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into our very first episode of the Legends Lounge, the Apex Legends channel of Apex Legend nerds who just like the Apex Legends game. Hello, Isaac. How are you? We're just wrapping up. But thank you guys so much. If you catch this on a replay, much love to you guys. Thank you so much for all of your continued support, everyone here, not just on this channel, but all of our individual ones. Because without you guys, we wouldn't even have anything here. So again, guys, we gotta have like a special little outro catchphrase we say, kind of like how Enosh has this thing. We gotta have like a cool little thing. Let me think. Hold on, we gotta come up with a cool ending phrase. I don't know, RJ. I'm drawing a blank. You got anything?
Bombs away and good
No,
night and good
bombs
luck.
away. Bombs away.
I don't know.
All right, guys. See you on the battlefield. Don't
there
forget.
We go.
See you on the battlefield. Don't forget, everybody's a legend here over on the Legends Lounge. And we are out of here. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.